We'll start here in a couple minutes. start here in a couple minutes. I had some people pop in and out. Give a couple minutes to get on. We'll start here in a couple minutes. All right, we'll give about one more minute, see if anybody else shows up. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and start. Email here. All right, I'm going to come up and show up. I'm going to go ahead and start now. Hello, my name is Jason Whited. I'm an instructional technology consultant here in the College of Education at East Carolina University. And today's presentation is on Intro to Google Slides. But before we start into the presentation, I just want to show that you can ask questions in the option there. You should have a window that said Q&A right there, icon, the top right of your thing. So if you got a question, go ahead and click on that and ask your question. I'll be looking at that throughout the presentation. You can also email me if you need to at whitedj.ecu.edu. I have my email up on another computer so I can see it there. Or you can try to do Google Chat with me at ecucoe@gmail.com. But I would try email or the question here. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get started then. This is just what the question looks like. So why do you want to use Google Apps? That is one of the things I've noticed, that every time I put together one of these presentations, I see another great clip art or something kind of talking about Google's and stuff like this. And this is one I had to add to it. I mean, These are some things we have the old excuses of like the dog ate my homework and stuff, and Google kind of takes those away by using Google Apps, whether you're using documents, sheets, or slides like we're talking about today. It kind of takes that power of excuse away from students. When you look down here, it says, I forgot to save my work. Google automatically saves it. You don't have to do that. I finished my assignment, but I left my computer at home. It's all online. That is one of the great things about Google and everything that it offers is you have access to it from anywhere. You can be clear across the country, get on a computer at the public library, get access to it. You could have access from a tablet, a phone, desktop, laptop, whatever you got access to it. So it makes it great. Printer's broken. I worked on this side, but I didn't have the right software. And it's what this is, it's built in. They're offering you the quote unquote office package of documents, which is their sheets and stuff like that. I lost my USB. Now this just you can look at all those great excuses because you can download the presentation. I think you see it right here. So you can see what I'm talking about here. So there's the link, and I also posted on the front page of our Google Hangout on Air. So why use Google Slides? And like I started to mention earlier, we were talking about their version of Office, which they're in direct competition with Microsoft Office. I mean, you look and they've got Google Docs, which corresponds to their Microsoft Word, and also Pages for Apple, Google Presentations or Slides, which is in opposition to direct competition to Microsoft PowerPoint or Keynote, and finally Google Sheets, which again is Microsoft Excel or Numbers. And the biggest thing about Google Slides with this is that it is free. The Google software is free. You can get to it from anywhere. That's why it's becoming so prevalently used through the K through 12 world. Is they can do it. I had a neighbor who had to buy a new laptop, and he came to me. He's like, "Hey, Jason, I don't want to purchase Microsoft Office package. But I heard that Open Office is an option." I said, "Wait a minute, what are you doing? Let's look at this." And I sat down with him and showed him on the Google what he could do. And he was an adjunct faculty member at a local community college, and he loved it. And then he realized that his the two teenagers that were living in his house with him were using it already in school, and he was just amazed that they had already had it kind of set up for him, because as soon as they got on there, they set everything up they needed for it. So it makes it great. It's versatile. And one of the things I like about it is I can be anywhere, and I've opened a document, start working on it, and then pull my iPad and work on it from there. So let's go ahead and create. Now you can look at the slide here, and you create. It's pretty easy. So I'm gonna go here, bring a new tab, and I'll go to my drive. And you'll see my Google Drive, and I'll admit, I apologize right now, that's kind of messy. One of the things I've realized I have to organize a little better. I mean, I have a color code and stuff, but so we're gonna go ahead and go with the new Google Slides. Well, that pops up here. Now that it's there, sorry about that. I had another email, just somebody having trouble getting on. So now I'm just going to title it. I'm going to do, because we'll be working in this throughout here. So very easy to do it. And you see across here, they have kind of the menu bars and stuff like this that you see with Google Docs, kind of like you would see with Microsoft Word and everything. So it makes it real easy to do it. So now I've created it. Real simple. So once you create it, there's some other options. I show you one way to create it and going through new here, but you also can go to your waffle up here, and that is a great way to create it, because if you do your slides, I like the Google Waffle option because it gives you different templates that you can use right there. But one of the other things too that it does that's pretty cool is that it makes it easy to show your previous presentations. So you can look at these and say, oh, okay, so if you're looking for a presentation you might have done, you're trying to search for it, especially if you've got a Google Drive that looks like mine, it's all this stuff. You just go over to the Google Waffle, create your new slide, and then it's going to let you go through and look at all your previous ones or create a new one by just clicking there. But I've already got one started over here, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. Just want to show that option to you too. Oh, the other thing too, is importing it. So not only can you create it, but if you want to import one in, and that makes it really easy that if you want to use, if somebody's got a PowerPoint you want to use, or you've created a PowerPoint and you want to import it up into here, you can. One of the great things about when you're creating anything that's in docs, sheets, or slides, I meant to mention this earlier, is that it does not take up any storage space. Google does not hold that on your account for storage space. So if you have a PowerPoint, you can upload it, trade it over, convert it over to a Google Slide, and then remove it from your storage, and you're not using up any storage space, but you've got the PowerPoint and the slides version already in your storage that you can access from anywhere and share with anybody. The only way you can share something is if it's in a Google format, would be doc, sheets, or slides. We'll talk about sharing in a little bit. But importing is real simple. If I go over here and I want to go File, Import Slide, just click on it, and I can find something that I've created previously. So I can look for PowerPoint. See if I have anything in my list here that shows up, but I've done. Oh, there it is. So here's Google Advanced. This is a PowerPoint right here. Click that, select it. And there you go. It's imported all in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead. It would take it here. And I cancel. Well, I'll import it here. Oh. Import slides. And it just actually imported the one slide where I could have done all of them, which is great because I'm gonna, but as you can see, I can do all that. So if you just want to pull one slider out, whatever, you can do that. So there, if you want to delete it, just right click, delete slide, it's gone. So I mentioned templates earlier, and we got two templates from one way is from here to the slides. That option, you can look at templates here and close it, but you have the other option of templates. You have a template gallery, which you just go up here and you go to Google Templates, and then these templates are nice. These are templates that are created by people all over the world, fellow educators, people doing presentations and stuff like this. You see here's the different types: documents, spreadsheets, presentation forms, and drawings. So I'm going to click on presentations, and that's going to limit it just to presentation templates. So I can choose one of these, all these options, and see there's 1 of 20 of hundreds. So I can say I like Little League, and then I can say I want to use this template. And now I have a copy of it. And then I can rename it to I want to. So I want to say New Bern Little League. I can use that template and use it there and create a PowerPoint or a Google slide for my presentation. It's a great way to use it. And like I said, those are, if you create your own template, you can share it with other people or they share it with you. And like I said, there's hundreds of them. You click next and just scroll through all kinds of them. So, and you even have down here in different categories of legal, funny, and stuff like that. So I would check it out because it doesn't even just, like I said, it's not even just for presentations. It's for documents, spreadsheets, drawings, stuff like this. Look at some of those templates when you got a chance. One of the other areas I want to look at too is Slide Carnival. That is another great way to get templates. And I'm just Googling it. Slide Carnival. And this is a site that's been put together for Google presentations. And you can look through here and see all these different options here. So let's go to Elegant. And these are elegant slides. This is how they titled it. So if I want to look at next, and let's go to Playful. And see how these are a little bit, ooh, this is spooky. It's Halloween, so click on it. And then wait for it to load up. And you can use this presentation template. And just like the other one that popped up with the Little League one, you now have a copy of it. So what you do is go File and make a copy. And then copy of Halloween 2015. And now it is in your Google slide. It's in your Google Drive, and you can access it. You see all these people up here, different people are using this presentation, not just us that are looking at it. Go ahead and close that. But now that I have a copy, I can just rename it however I want to. And now I have a copy of it, so I can go through and put images, whatever text I want to. Be a great one to use for class or something like that if you're talking about Halloween. But again, it's a place that you can go and find. And I will put this link here on the front page of our presentation so that if you want to get to it, look at it. So you can go ahead and look at it. So, all right, let's go back over to my presentation. Now, once you're into your presentation and you want to change your themes, and you might get one and you say, I really don't like it. It's kind of blank, so I want to change my themes. And you see I already have it up here. It's just going to go to slide, change your theme, and this pops over here on the right. So I can say, I want to use that theme. That's kind of an ECU, little bit of coloring here, and you can play around with it. And I recommend it when you do this, you play around with it to get more proficient at it. You can even change the layout, and it's just like you can do in Microsoft Word. You go here to our presentation, and I'm gonna do new slide. If I want to, actually, I'm gonna duplicate this slide. So now I have two, but I want to change the layout of this one. Let's go here to slide, apply layout, and if I want to go to there, and now I have a different layout. And you can go through separately and do it and set it up that way, and it makes it really nice and flexible that way. Again, this software is pretty basic. It's pretty intuitive. It's just kind of an easy transition over from Microsoft PowerPoint. So feel free to, like I said, get in and play with it. Again, if you have any questions, you can use the question icon that is on the Google slide, on the Google presentation. Again, if you're looking for it, it's this little icon up in the top right corner. It says Q&A. Click on that, and you can ask a question. And then I'm following along and answer it, or you can send me an email. I'm following along that way too. So at whiteedj@ecu.edu. Okay. So now I talked about earlier about sharing slides. One of the nice things about sharing slides is you can share with anybody by just sending them the link, or you can share it to specific people. And there's a couple simple, easy ways to do it. You go here to File, Share, up top there, click on it, and there's your sharing option. You tell them that they can edit, click on here, they can comment or view. You can click on here, get your copy your shareable link into it, or you go up here too, where it says Share, and it gives you the exact same options. One of the things about Google is nice is they give you how to get to the same place a couple different places, so that some have some benefits, like when I showed you the waffle, but it means the same either way. So you don't have to click and click. You can just go over here, and instead of going up here, go File, Share. You can just go up here, go right away to Share, and you're on there. So they make it nice. And one of the things too that I said earlier, as you can see up here, right there, all changes in Drive are saved automatically, so that when I did this, all my drives, the changes, and then if I click on it, this shows you the different changes I've made, and I can restore to previous. And it shows who made it up there, a little icon, my name and stuff. So, but it's really nice. So now I've and go back here with my original, keep this. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna share this, and I'm gonna get a shareable link, copy it, and I'm gonna put it out on the front page. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like you to take a look at it real quick, and maybe even jump into my my slide here and see if you can just kind of play around with it. So the link is I'll actually post the link here too. Oh, that's not work. second here. That is a shortened version of the link. So you can just do https://goo.gl/sgt capital WIM, and you can get in there. And I see somebody's already jumped in there. Thank you, Anonymous Manatee, whoever that is. I love the character when they show up there, the different ones. It's always, when I'm working on it, I share stuff like this. I always like which ones they come. I know that they did they every once in a while they put out a request for some new characters, like they say you can vote on like Magical Unicorn or something like that. But it's a great, it's kind of funny. I love humor to it. But feel free, my magical anonymous manatee, to add, just delete a slide or something, do with it. Or just follow along if you want to make any changes when I'm doing my presentation. Go for it. All right. And now I have Anonymous Anteater. So, I mean, looks like both of you are in it. Great. Great. So now that we're in it, like I said, if you want to try inserting. Now, inserting is where you're going to go and just, like I said, insert. That's where you're going to build your presentation. So I want to go here. And I can go to File. I'm sorry, insert a text box. Well, I'm going to go down here to this blank one, and I want to insert a text box. Oh, actually, I'm going to go to Slide, Layout, and make sure it's blank. So I want to insert a text box, boom. Insert. There we go. Now text box is there. And it's real simple. You can move it around. I like kind of working with a blank slate. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'll use one of the prefab layouts and stuff like this, but I just like working with it because I can arrange it the way I want to. And then once it's text box, I can just click in it and type away. And once the text is here, I can format. I can change the text to everybody's favorite. I can change the size to 30. So it's bigger. I can then align it, the middle. It's just and it's just a basic word processing box up there. So go ahead and use it and play with it. Like I said, if anybody feel free on any of these slides to add something to a slide, see if you've got it. So, but pizza is when I added. But it's real simple. And that's one thing that Google's made sure that it's simple, it's intuitive, it does not hard transition from PowerPoint. This is where from there you do image, your videos. Now, the thing with videos, if you want to insert a video, and I forgot to talk about this in my earlier session, but I want to insert a video. Video is only from YouTube. So if I wanted to do one about pizza, I would search for it, find a video, the pizza challenge. All right, let's do the pizza, select, and there. I mean, it's a nice little video and what they've done there, but it's limited in that it has to be a YouTube video. So your content, you can put your content up on YouTube, you can create it, make sure only people can view it, have a link and stuff. And it's a great way to put the presentation in there, put in your presentation. And that's how you do a video. But I just want to make sure you realize that the only video you can do is from YouTube. It's one of the few limitations, but you can do word art, line, shape, table, slide numbers, and import slides. So, and that's just like, again, same thing we did before for import if you want to just pull a specific slide out. Animation. So we want to make stuff fade in, fade out. It's, like I said, it's pretty intuitive, like PowerPoint is. So if I want to click on this, insert animation, it pops up here. I want to fade in on a click. I can make it flying from left on a click and hit play. Using that option, I click, and there's pizza pops in. Real basic and simple. And then go ahead and close that out, stop. You have multiple in there, build it up just like PowerPoint. Transitions, same thing between your slides. So if I go back over here and I'm gonna click right here, I'm gonna go to insert, I'm sorry, slide, change transitions. It's no transition. I can see fade. I'm gonna go here, transition to slide from left. Here, transition from cube, and finally transition to flip. Go here and then play. Oops, sorry. And it'll transition. So that just shows you the different transitions. Nice, easy way to go through it. Again, if you have any questions, you can email them to me at whiteaj@ec.edu. And you can also go, like I showed before, go up here to the questions tab within the viewing. You click here, the Q&A, and I'm watching for them. So I'll answer any questions that way. So when you get to your presentations and you want to start your presentation, again, Google makes it really easy to do. So here's there. You've got two choices. You go File, View, Present. Click there and kick out. And there I am. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that, but that's one way to do it. And then your other way too is up here in the right corner again, the one stop where you just go up here and go Present. And it'll do the same thing. You don't need to see what it looks like, so I'll click on that. Those are two easy ways to do it. Now, exporting. Why would you want to export out of Google Slides? We've all done our presentations. We've gone somewhere for a conference or in another classroom and there's no internet or something like this. So it gives you the nice option of exporting it out. So if I want to go over here, I want to export this out, or just download as, I can download as a PowerPoint, which means that I can use it as any computer that has PowerPoint. Any computer, because even if it's a Mac, their version of PowerPoint will open it up and Keynote will open it up. It's nice that way they do that. So you can put it on a flash drive, save your backup. You have a backup online, but you also have a backup in hand. But you also can do it as a PDF document, a JPEG, you know, so if you if you've done your presentation, you want to kind of hand it out, quick, easy to download it that way. So you actually can publish this as a web page if you really want to. Again, look at this and play with it. This is just kind of a basic, you know, looking at Google Slides and what it can do for you. So any questions, you know, like I said, feel free to ask. We talked about sharing. It's a great way to share. You guys have been in there. So you guys have been in there already playing with it. So now let's talk about some examples of what you can do with it. And so let's, you know, one thing that, you know, people are using it for is a research tool. And how they're doing it, they're saying, okay, I want to use it. I want to use each slide as a specific topic. So, you know, again, I was talking about pizza here. So if I want to do my research on it, if I'm researching pizza, I'm doing my overall project is Italian food. Well, one slide I'm going to dedicate to pizza. So I can right click it here and I can define pizza. And it gives me a definition of what pizza is over here. I can right click it again and I can research pizza. And this is, it ties into what Google does, Google Docs does, do research, and it goes out and does a Google search for you. So I can look down through here and I can say, oh, pizza Wikipedia, and I can insert the link. Well, now my pizza is. So my thing there, if I found some professional articles or something I'm doing research on, I can link to those words for it. I can also, one of the nice things then too is, go back to my slide over here, is up here is I can see these images. Yep, clicked on it, so it goes to the Great Diabetes. So I click on the image, but I can take it and I can drag it. And it can, there it is. It's on my slide now. So now that image is there, and it's nice there is I've got it linked. So I have my image of pizza. I can move over here. I can take my video, resize it so I have it, move it up there. I have my image there and pizza there. So I've got 3 different things that I might want to associate with when I'm doing my research for pizza on one slide. So it makes it nice for that aspect that I can come through and say, hey, okay, this slide is dedicated to pizza. The next one be spaghetti. The one after that, ravioli, et cetera, different Italian foods, whatever you can think of. But that way I've kind of organized it. One of the other nice things too is that I can go up here to insert an image. And I want to search for an image, and I'm going to do pizza again. But now I want to limit it, and I'll say I want some clip art. And then I can insert just like that. And now I have some pizza clip art in there. Which, like I said, if you're trying to make a kind of playful or whatever, you want to use some clip art in your project, it's a great way to do that. And that's what I talked about there. And like I said, it just kind of, I like how it gives you the options of how to insert it in there, and it goes out and searches for you, and then you can do it. And a lot of this clip art should be open to be used, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's nice that it also will like I say, insert it in there. This is nice. It gives you where you got the picture from. There's your video, text with the link there. So any questions on the research aspect? I mean, it works hand in hand just like Google Docs does. So it's really nice in that aspect, especially in this day and age. It makes it so much easier than when I remember going to college and having to type it up, research it, maybe print it out, highlight it, and then have to go look it up again if I had to get it, or save the PDF, print it out. You know, it makes it nice that it gives it access and organizes it. Okay. Well, not having any questions. It's going a little faster than I thought, but that's good. Not sure if I missed anything. I don't think so. Are there any questions out there from anybody? Like I said, you can email me at whiteheadj@ecu.edu. You can do the chat option here. I know it's pretty simple, and it's a quick one. It's because it's pretty simple to use. I know that you can, there's tons of templates that you can look at and import and export and play around with. There's hundreds of different ways you can use it in a classroom. You just have to look for it. So I really like the Halloween template. I might have to use that one. Something I got to give tomorrow. Okay. Well, since there seems to be no questions, go ahead, and I'm going to put this on the front page again, like I did before, for the other links. Please go in and do the survey. That way it ensures that you get credit for attending the course, the session. Once you get 10 sessions in, we will give you a CEU for that. You just have to let us know that you've attended 10 sessions. You can email me again, like I said, at whiteheadj@ecu.edu. And then I'll look it up and I'll talk to my cohort, my collaborators on this, because it doesn't have to be 10 of my sessions. It can be a few of my sessions, a few of Dan Zuberbeer's, the Last School Librarian and you sessions. It can be with Holly Fales teaching online sessions. Once you get 10, let us know. We'll talk to the Office of Teacher Education, and we'll send out a certificate for a CEU to you. We can do it any way you need to. If it's halves, I can do it individuals as 1/10 if you need that too. Dr. Covington is okay with that. But also from there, what I'd like you to fill out that, not only for that aspect for you, but there's some information for us that we'd like. One is we're looking at maybe what times would work best for you guys. I know when originally we set this up, we thought 3:30 is after school, but I've had people say they've got meetings, they've got stuff after school, it doesn't work. So we're flexible. You know, if I had a bunch of people say, hey, we'd rather do like a Tuesday at 9 o'clock at night, we can work with that, or we can figure something out there. We also, the other thing too is what's some stuff you would like to see? We'd love to hear from you on maybe some ideas for PD that you would like to hear about. I know I'm doing a Google series. We have our distance education series, teaching online series, and then Dan Zuberbeer's school librarian and youth series. But it doesn't mean we can't do kind of a one and done like on social media. I've had some requests for that. So please fill out that part and say, hey, do this, this, and this, because we're here to help you guys out. So I'm going to stay online for another few minutes. If you have any questions, go back again and ask the question or email me. I'm here for whatever you guys need, but please fill that survey out for not only to give yourselves credit, but also to let us know what times might work better for you, and also what you'd like to see for presentations for this, because we are open to whatever we can do to help you. All right. Again, I'll be here for a few more minutes. So if you got any questions, shoot me an email or ask it. Otherwise, have a good day. I'll still be on here for a couple more minutes. So if you've got any questions, again, you can email me at white@j@ec.edu, or use the question option for the Google Hangouts. All right, since there don't seem to be any questions, I'm going to go ahead and stop broadcasting. Have a good day. And again, if you have any questions, you can email me at white@j@ec.edu. y2j@ecu.edu, and or that's about the best way. All right. Have a good evening.